I worked at a company where the junior managers sat across the aisle from the VPs that they supported, and I was the only woman, and all of the guys about once a month would plan a big climbing trip someplace in the Cascades, and they never invited me. And so I'm stubborn, and it made me mad, and I felt like I'm gonna form my own climbing club of one. And so I started just venturing out on my own and got comfortable being in the mountains, decided I actually really liked it. There was something about climbing that just drove me to do more of it. I liked that it was a huge challenge for me physically. And I also like setting a big goal and working hard over a long period of time to accomplish it. So all those things to me came together in climbing, and I just continued to do more and more of it. I knew that I wanted to keep pushing myself. I wanted to continue to be more proficient in the mountains and more comfortable on big peaks. And Everest just felt like the next big objective for me as a mountaineer. And before I set this goal, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had chosen to make a lot of big changes in my life, and having cancer prompted me to do that. It provoked me to think differently about my career and my relationships. And Everest to me represented this huge opportunity that was really tangible. I mean, there was a question of, could I get through cancer treatment and be healthy enough? And then there was, okay, can I come up with the money to do it? So I realized, okay, I'm gonna borrow the money. I need to call First Tech. And I was at the office working. I, kind of got all my notes together, and I walked into a conference room so I could have some privacy. And honestly, I felt apprehensive about it. I really felt like they're not going to give me a loan to climb Mount Everest. Like, people get loans to send their kids to college, not climbing. A huge part of me thought, there's no way this is going to work out. So I think the conversation went something like, I'm Lisa, I'm getting a divorce, and I need to borrow $50,000 to climb Mount Everest. Dior, who I spoke with, she just took it all in stride. Like, it didn't even faze her what I had just said. She was like, okay, let's see how we can help you do that. And that sort of took me back a little bit, like, wow, maybe this is possible. So it went from this feeling of like feeling vulnerable and sort of down about whether or not I could even make this happen, to feeling like, man, now I have a partner. Like, I have someone who's gonna help me figure this out. And I really needed that support and that kind of boost of confidence at that point in my life. And once I knew I had the money, then I thought, okay, the rest of this is on me to get healthy, to get through treatment, and then to decide if I really want to put my career on hold in order to do this. So 3 weeks before I left for Nepal, I had my last surgery. And then a week after that, I saw my surgeon, and I was completely transparent with him about what I wanted to do. And he thought I was crazy, and he had no kind of benchmark to measure against whether or not medically I would be ready to go in such a short period of time. But when I had that follow-up appointment with him and he said, look, you look fantastic, you're healthy, then I thought, all right, this might really be happening. And that afternoon, I quit my job. And then it was like, I guess I'm all in now. And so there were points along the way on Everest when I thought about all of the people that were supporting me. And First Tech was one of them. And I later found out that in the office, they were like monitoring each day what I was doing. They understood that they were really supporting someone to accomplish their dreams. And we all have challenges and bad situations in our lives that shake our confidence, maybe shake our spirit a little bit. And I've realized that there will always be people who will support you. And I didn't expect how important having First Tech's support would be to me.